Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys Game Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that is now quite old, is becoming quite hard to find, especially in this mint unopened condition, and is now become extremely collectible. We are looking at the 2006 release by Character Options from their series of action figures, or 12-inch figures. This particular one we're looking at today is not only just a large scale figure, but it's also an animatronic figure, and it is of the Cybermen. Now, as you know, Doctor Who new series came back on the TV after a 16-year hiatus. It finished in 1989, when the current Doctor then was portrayed by Sylvester McCoy. Returned in 2005, and the Doctor then was portrayed by Christopher Eccleston, who played the part for one season before he regenerated into David Tennant. And David Tennant played the Doctor for 5 years. And in his first season of Doctor Who, he managed to fight off an awful lot of adversaries, and one of those was the Cybermen, who have returned to the screen for the first time since the 1989 serial Silver Nemesis. So the Cybermen appeared in 2 episodes of that season, which was called The Rise of the Cybermen and The Age of Steel. Okay, anyway, I've digressed. Let's get back onto the item itself. So this is the box that it comes in. And it says on the top of the box, 2 modes, play mode and motion sense in guard mode. You've got an image of the Cyberman as he appeared in those episodes. And on the right hand side it says, you must be upgraded. And it says, featuring digitised cyber speech, animatronic torso and upper arms, poseable head and forearms, LED intrusion indicator and spoken intrusion count. Built-in motion sensor. It says, try me. Press the button on the base to activate movement and sound effects, which we'll do that in a moment. And it says Animatronic Cybermen, and you've got the Doctor Who logo at the bottom. Okay, that's the front of the box. Before we get into having a look at the Cybermen, let's turn the box around and let's see what we've got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the box around, and this is what we've got on the back. So we've got a 5 and plus at the top right-hand corner. You've got the Doctor Who logo, and it says the Cybermen, tall gleaming metal giants from an alternative Earth. The Cybermen were once human like us, but have developed the technology to replace dying and deceased body parts with robotic replacements. While parts of the humanoid brain remains alive inside, it also has been adapted so that the Cybermen are utterly devoid of emotion. The number one priority for the cyber race is to conquer all adversaries and convert them to create yet more Cybermen. Their ultimate aim is to claim the planet Earth for their race. It says, featuring digitized cyber speech, animatronic torso and upper arms, poseable head and arms, LED intrusion indicator and spoken intrusion count, built-in motion sensor. It says, we are the Cybermen, and there's an image of the Cybermen marching as they did in the Age of Steel and the Rise of the Cybermen. It said, content, 1 animatronic Cyberman and 1 instruction sheet. You see the image of the TARDIS at the bottom there. And it says, manufactured and distributed by Character Options Limited, and you've got their details. And just below their details, it says, you've got their web address, characteronline.co.uk. Bottom left-hand corner, barcode and the reference number. And just below that, to the right-hand side, is all the copyright and licensing information and the BBC logo. Okay, let's just turn the box to the side. And on the side, this is what it shows you. So it shows you an image of the actual item itself. It says, you must be upgraded. 2 modes, play mode and motion sensing guard mode. And again, it says, featuring digitized cyber speech, animatronic torso and upper arms, poseable head and forearms, LED intrusion indicator and spoken intrusion count, built-in motion sensor. And it says animatronic Cyberman at the bottom. And you've got the Doctor Who logo at the top. And if we turn it around to the other side, yep, we got exactly the same again. So I won't bother to read it again. But what I think I'm going to do now is rather than us try and peer through the window at the Cyberman, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the box and take him out. I don't think I'm going to be able to remove him from the inner card, but let's get him out anyway, and let's have a look at him without the reflection from the window. Okay, so I've removed the Cyberman from the box, and this is what we've got. So we've got this instruction booklet that come with it. It says Doctor Who operating care instructions for the following products: Doctor Who Animatronic Cyberman, Doctor Who Animatronic Cyber Leader, and Doctor Who Animatronic Cyber Controller. And we obviously know this one's the Animatronic Cyberman. So you got an image of the Cyberman there as well. It says overview. The animatronic Cyberman has two modules controlled by a single button on the front of the base. There is a second button on the underneath of the base, and also an intrusion speech indicator light. The two modes are Try Me and Guard Mode. Intrusion speech indicator, okay, motion sensor, and mode select, Guard Mode activation button. So that's the activation button. That is the motion selector, and that is the intrusion speech indicator. Okay, so let's open the packet up. And it says set up and play. First, carefully unpack your animatronic Cyberman when shipped in pack. The animatronic Cyberman is placed in Try Me mode. Before play, you must change the animatronic Cyberman from Try Me mode to normal play mode in order to get the maximum play value from your toy. To do this, locate the slide switch underneath the base marked on off, Try Me, and move it to the on position. Adjusting the Cyberman's arms. The Cyberman has adjustable arms. This is for two reasons. Firstly, this protects the fragile moving joints and mechanisms in the shoulders so that if they are turned against the motor during play, they will not be damaged. Secondly, this allows you to pose your Cyberman's arms in a few different positions. The areas of movement are shoulders, clutch poseable, elbows poseable, as in figure 2 and figure 3. Note that Cyberman's waist is not poseable. Do not try to set his waist into different positions. It is not designed to do this, and moving the waist against the action of the motor could damage the mechanism. And it's got position of Cyberman, rest position, Try Me mode, Guard mode, alert, reporting, best performance and troubleshooting guide. And on the back, it shows you how to replace the batteries. Okay, that's the work instructions. So this is the item in front of us. Now, unfortunately, I cannot remove it from the packaging because, as you can see, it's all taped up on the back, and also it's all taped up on the bottom. So I'm unable to remove it from the packaging, and you can see he's also got all this strapping around him that's holding him into position. But let's press the button then and see what happens. So you can see that he's moving and functioning. You saw the blue light come on here. Yeah, because it's only on Try Me, the function light is not working there.
Now in observation mode.
Yeah, so that would be the movement detector. So if you turned it on, you would get the movement detector. Leave or you'll be reformatted.
You will become an upgraded life form.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Entering this location will result in total deletion.
Ooh, total deletion that time.
You have 1 minute to leave or you will be deleted. Unmodified intruder located.
Okay, so I think that's all the voice features that come on there. I think there was 5 or 6 in all there, but it sounds exactly like the Cyberman as seen in Doctor Who, and obviously looks exactly like the Cyberman seen in Doctor Who. Now let's get some measurements of this. So we're looking at 11 inches tall, which is from the bottom of the base to the top, which in turn is 28 centimeters. If we measure across the base, which is the widest point, we are looking at 14 centimeters in diameter. So it'll be the back to the front. So there we are. That gives you an idea of the size. It is plastic, although it does look metal. The whole of the Cyberman is made of plastic. But doesn't he look awesome? I mean, that's his face is actually turned to the side a little bit. Let's just zoom in on his face there and have a look at him. Let's press the button one more time.
Orders received.
Yeah, he's turned the opposite way now.
Leave or you will be deleted. Halt or you will be deleted.
Okay, so he's obviously going to face one way or the other with each press of the button, but he just looks absolutely awesome. A really, really nice looking Cyberman from the TV series. Just absolutely incredible detailing and looks just absolutely brilliant. The animatronics really make this, because the speech and the buttons obviously really make it absolutely fantastic. And whether you would put it on guard mode or whether you would just keep it to press the buttons as and when you wanted to is entirely up to you. Personally, I would keep him in the backdrop isn't that great, but I would take him out of the box and I would just stand him in this backdrop, because it is a kind of display backdrop, so it does add to the authenticity of the environment. So I would perhaps leave it there. Okay, so that is the animatronic Cybermen. So how well did this particular item do back in 2006? Well, yep, Doctor Who merchandise was a very, very big thing back when the TV series returned to the screen. And any merchandise that was released was sold off the shelves incredibly quickly. I remember when the first figures came out, you just couldn't get them for love or money. They'd come in and gone out. They just didn't produce enough or supply enough when they were first released. So they didn't really, I don't think they actually really thought about the demand. The demand was massive, and everybody that had watched Doctor Who just wanted to get the merchandise, and obviously it spawned an awful lot of merchandise. There was these 5-inch figures, then the 12-inch figures, and then these animatronic figures. There was all sorts of other things. There was games, there was chocolates, there was miniature figures, key rings, shirts, jackets, hats. The merchandise was endless for Doctor Who. It was absolutely massive. So yeah, all the merchandise done well. We was all crying out for it, and there was so much merchandise produced, and this was no exception. These animatronic figures, although they were only run for a short amount of time, they're absolutely brilliant in my eyes. The speech, the sound, and the fact that they are motion activated also adds the extra bonus to it. So yes, they did rather well, but sadly they didn't produce enough to keep them going for any length of time. So that was 2006. Let's move forward now to 2024. So we're talking 18 years on since these were produced. Do they come up very often on the platforms? Well, you do see them pop up on the platforms. Generally, they are out of the box. They've been used, or they've been out of the box and they've been returned to the box. They're being sold as used items, but they're not brand new as this one is. And also the other thing with the platforms, just be a bit careful, because a lot of them use stock photos, and if you're not fully aware of the item, I'd recommend you don't buy it, or click the link that says used, and then you can view the actual product that they're trying to sell, rather than the images or the stock photos which you think you might get, and you may get something completely different. So just be a bit careful on the platforms if you are going to order that way. Or alternatively, you can order this particular item, which we have available on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Doctor Who items. How many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that? There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful Cyberman animatronic figure. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.